Hello and welcome to this new transits which I'm now giving up for you all to know regarding this week. This week is from 30th of 5th to 6th of 6th. That means from 30th of May to 6th of June. In this time we're having a lot of turbulent stuffs that will be happening. Perhaps the first stuff, which is quite joyful, is this good aspect, sextile Mars-Sun. And also we need to tell that Sun in this week is positioned back in Gemini and will stay in Gemini until the end of this week. And it forges out this pretty good masculine and very energetical aspect of sextile with Mars. This energetical and very good aspect is something that can bring us a lot of energy, a lot of things that we can handle out and make for us. This means that we are having a strength to force down everything what we want to have. So, in this situation, we are pretty much able to maintain a lot of the things in our hands, especially if it is about these signs which are born in the fire or air element, especially Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Next things which are also interesting this week will be the Venus, which is on the 22nd of degree in Cancer this week, that means tomorrow. So in this situation we are having the stuff that it also brings out the energy up inside to the Leo that will be at the end of the week. What means that at 6th of June, Venus is going direct into the Leo. So we're also having here quite much exhilarating aspects. We're having a trine with Neptune, which brings us pretty much of the intuition that can guide us straight to the things that can bring us some love. Also, there is another pretty much, how should I say, annoying yet very useful aspect. Its opposition with Pluto and Venus brings out some kind of fatalistic loves, some kind of aspects inside of the partnerships with people that are pretty much let me put it right, animalistic and fulfilled with some kinds of wild sexual energy. If you feel things like this during this week, please don't accept them, because these things aren't the true stuffs. Yes, they are intensive. Yes, they are passionate. Yes, they are very strong, but they are not truthful. They're not good for you, and those things are some things that can bring you a lot of headache later on. So don't fall for the things which you don't deserve. Everything what is too intensive and too easy to get, those are not real things. Real things are always hard to get. Real things are always difficult to get, and the real things are something that we have to appreciate, and we forge inside of ourselves the sides which are prepared to appreciate these things through the years as we were fighting for them. These kinds of feelings are not happening with some things that we are getting instantly. And the world is full of these ideas that we need to have instant love, instant money, instant everything. Forget it, people. There are no instant things that are pretty much in a quality mood. every instant thing is a failure, and it will bring you more tears and more desperation than you have ever expected that it can bring you. So don't fall for these things. Next one is Mars, which is in Leo, and it also stays in Leo. So with having a Venus in Leo and Mars in Leo, we're having a pretty explosive energies, pretty strong energies for the people which are inside of the fiery signs, and this can bring a lot of things for every and each of us. So in this situation, we are also having some complicated situation with Mars. It forges out the square with Jupiter and opposition with Pluto. Quite not good, but there is a sextile still with Sun. So this sextile with Sun can bring out positive things for our ego and help us build out our ego. But these squares and oppositions can influence our feelings of not being in inability to feel gratitude. So this ungratefulness will happen because in this week we won't be able to feel satisfied with things in which are we giving up so much of the energy. I also was in a mood of getting out some kinds of runes for this week, and one of the runes that fall out to me at this week was one rune that tells me that there is a part of us, this is the rune Manas, and this Manas rune really needs to tell us that we need to accept and embrace the situation of us being people, us being just one person, us being unique, us being very special and very good in finding out how to deal with things on a good way. All these humanity aspects of a man and the female, of a human being, we are having inside of this room. So we need to maintain our humanity inside of these moments and show off our ego and have the energy to embrace what's ever coming. So this is a good situation. This week isn't as much as bad as it might look, but yes, it is challenging. The next stuff which we are having here is the Mercury, and Mercury is along the whole week in a special dance with Uranus, and it really has some conjunction to it, and this is Pisces one. We will be able to talk about our future, to talk about the future plans, and to maintain them and to lead them back to the place where they were aimed. And that is about the configuration of the planets this week. And also mine is to suggest to you the minerals which are we having inside of this situation. Yeah, that was the paper just withdrawn aspects from the chart, so I could easily have the focus on these aspects. As you know, you are opening up this program and there is like a whole bunch of lots of different aspects, and like you need to filter out the one which is the strongest. So I did that and wrote it down on the paper. Let's start with the first crystal. Maybe you haven't seen how the natural ruby looks like, but this one is the most natural ruby, which one is taken out from the case. I have a few kinds of ruby, but I have chosen this one for all of you to see how the natural one looks like. So, why ruby? Because ruby is stimulating the heart chakra, especially with the sign of Aries. This week will be so intense that we might have a problem with dehumanizing ourselves, especially Aries's. Aries's are the signs which always are in the mood of being first, and they are leaders, natural born leaders. These leaders are having a bad habit of putting their heart aside from their brain. And when they're in some kind of a hype and some kind of trying to follow up this leadership of theirs, they're pretty much able to stuck upon the thing that they lose their ability to love and their ability to feel. Ruby stone really can help out with that. Really can eliminate a lot of these feelings inside of them, which are blocking them from feeling love. So with Ruby, they will have a source of godlike love, the love which is one of the perfect kinds of loves. And this love is something very beautiful, something that can they recognize, and with this love they can be much more prosperous leaders and much more better people. This also would be a good mineral for the people which Mars is positioned somewhere in fire. Other one, a sunstone. Guess for who? For our friends Leos, which will need to be prideful, successful, and things like that. And these opposition will give them the low energy, losing their trust in themselves, what means the low self-esteem and other whatever like problems. So what can help out to our dear Leos here? It is a sunstone. Yes, a sunstone. It can stimulate solar chakra, and with that it can help out our dear fiery friends to maintain lots of motives and do the things they need to do. So this one goes for all the Leos, and the third one, we're having Libras this week. Libras, because of this fine floating vibrations of the Mercury back there in Taurus, and we also have the situation with Venus back in Leo and Mars in Leo. Yes, they will have a hard time of accepting all the turbulent emotions, and they will need something stable to keep them off the sorrow and still give them very big strength to carry on and maintain their healthy emotions visible for everyone and ready to share their empathy. There is a solution. Here is a mahogany obsidian. This is the mineral which you can see once more, which can be made if we are having directly water met with lava. And in the difference of which this sediment was made and the water, we're getting a color of obsidian. We're not having similar kinds of dirt and earth at all worlds, so it sometimes is a puzzle to know from which every kind of obsidian is made, but in their structure they are made from calcium and some other kinds of atoms, so I think you will enjoy their vibration. For me, I like mostly the blue obsidian and the Apache tier obsidian. This is as much as you are going to get from me. Again, the same situation which we are having is regarding the moon. This week is a full moon. Weekly horoscope conversation update for you all. Again, the same stuff. Please don't write me that much of I'm this sign, I'm that sign, things like that. It's confusing for many of the people. I really like to meet you all, guys, and it's really good. But much more what I would like is to see out your emotional things that you have survived, to openly talk about the feelings, to openly talk about each other natal charts. I like openness, and besides that, everybody of you should enjoy the exchange of experiences. As I told you once, and I will tell you again, we're all one. And as one, we need to share these feelings so that we should feel much more stronger. And also, in our conversation for the weekly astrology, back here on Facebook, you're always having the ability to get yourself free tarot readings, but you just need to ask me, of course, because I have a lots of these stuffs that I need to do, and I need to set you up the appointment. So much from me. My name is Anna Dominik Rodic, and I am alternative and natural healer and scientist. Thank you a lot on your trust.